Ah, that's not what I wanted.
Yup, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation. Well, it's not exactly what it looks like, but in order for me to explain, we're going to have to go back an hour or two. It all started, as it always does in Eve, with a conversation between friends.
So, why do you have a Fedo?
I always carry a Fedo when I'm mining.
Yeah, but why?
It just looks funny on a kill mode, doesn't it? I've had this one for about a year now.
So, hang on a second. It's 1 today?
I don't know, probably.
You know what that means. We've got to throw it a birthday party.
And so we began planning out Mr Tumbles' first ever birthday party. Our plan was simple. Purchase a party bus, invite some guests, purchase some party supplies, visit some of New Eden's finest vistas, and finish the night partying with friends. Without further ado, we docked up in Dodixie and got on with our first task, picking out our party bus. The obvious choice here is to use a T2 hauler, and lucky for me, I appeared to only have the skills to pilot Caldari ships, so we had the choice of the Crane or the Bustard. Initially, we thought that the Bustard would be a fun option, as stealth is for weenies. However, we soon noticed this ship has a near 20-second align time, meaning we would likely arrive at our final destination in about 6 business days.
It's been 6 business days.
Not ideal, so we went with the Crane. The fitting is fairly standard. A little bit of tank here, a little zoomy module there. It should be more than enough to get us safely into the depths of nullsec. Next on our list is to invite some guests and get some supplies. They say that money can't buy you friends, but after purchasing just about every exotic dancer in Dodixie, I no longer think that that statement's true. I did think, however, that 138 of Dodixie's finest exotic dancers still wasn't enough for my precious Mr Tumble. So I undocked and made my way over to Jita, where we purchased nearly 300 million ISK worth of exotic dancers to join our party bus. I would love to know if I've unknowingly destabilised the exotic dancer market by making these purchases, and I'd also like to highlight the huge disparity in price between male and female exotic dancers, but this video probably isn't the time to talk about New Eden's gender pay gap. Next, we had to pick up the all-important party supplies. So we bought some drink in the form of quaff, and of course quaff zero for those on a diet, some blue pills for the real party animals, and Mr Tumble's favourite genre of music is rock, so naturally we bought some Veldspar. Unfortunately, the cost of exotic dancers was getting a bit silly in Jita, so we decided we'd head over to Amar to see if we could get a few more cheap dancers. Now, anyone that's done the journey from Jita to Amar will know that taking the safest route is 44 jumps long. The alternative, shorter route, takes you through a single low-sec system known as Abazon. If you've ever travelled through Abazon before, then you will likely know that it's usually full of gate campers and smart bombing battleships. In the interest of time, we decided that this would be the best route. Lewis prepared me for Abazon with one of his pep talks.
It's just not happening, mate. You're not getting from there.
And with that, we set off. The journey to Amar was fairly uneventful. Yes, Abazon did have its usual suspects, but Lewis was able to guide me safely through by providing a ping a short way off the gate. We arrived at Amar safe and sound, but unfortunately the exotic dancers here were just as pricey. No worries though, we made it to Amar, which just so happened to be where our first destination was. Amar is the home system of the Honor Guard. The Honor Guard consists of 4 gigantic avatar titans. There is some backstory as to why they're here, but I'm a little hazy on the details as some of the lore pages seem to be a little out of date. But in short, they're here to show off the might of the Amar. I'll include a link to the actual backstory in the description below, as it's actually quite interesting. After a failed attempt to bump one of the titans, we headed off to our next destination, the KSI Monument. The KSI Monument is roughly 15 jumps away from Amar, and is the first low-sec site on our party route. This monument is a tribute to the capsuleer KSI, who achieved the incredible feat of visiting every system in New Eden without losing a single ship. This journey supposedly took over a decade to complete. Impressive, right? It kinda makes me feel a bit like a whinge bag for complaining about the 44 jumps route between Jita and Amar. But once again, we took our photos and moved on to our next destination, the famed Eve Gate. Now, the Eve Gate is a site that I've wanted to visit for quite a while, but never actually had a real reason to go to. According to historians, the Eve Gate was a stable wormhole through which humanity first entered the New Eden cluster. However, the gate eventually collapsed, severing the connection and plunging the colonies into a dark age. One of the first things I noticed about the Eve Gate is just how dead it is around here. So far, my journey's been pretty lonely, but I'm hoping that that's going to change later on when we go to celebrate with friends. Anyway, it's time to make our way over to the final destination, the remains of Steve. Now, I have to be honest, this may not have been the greatest final destination to visit, as it turns out Steve is literally just a dead Titan. But as a bit of backstory, Steve was the first Titan-class ship ever built by players in EVE Online. The construction of Steve was a massive undertaking, requiring months of resource gathering and secretive building efforts by an alliance known as the Ascendant Frontier. Steve was officially launched into space on September 9th, 2006. This event marked a significant milestone in EVE Online's history, as Titans are, even now, the largest and most powerful ships in the game. Unfortunately though, Steve's time in New Eden was short-lived. Only a month later, the infamous alliance known as the Band of Brothers managed to destroy Steve in the C9N TAC-CC system, making it the first Titan to be lost in New Eden. Steve's wreck remains in-game to this day as a testament to the historic event. And following our visit to Steve, it was safe to say that Mr Tumbles had had a great day travelling around and seeing a few of New Eden's finest sights, getting a couple of photos, and enjoying the company of his guests. But it's getting late now, so I think that we should take a look at the final objective on our party checklist. The journey to the Peregrine Falls region was a long one. Our mission was to arrive in one piece, with all guests intact, at the system of MJTAC 5F9, the home of Pandemic Horde. We were chased, had near misses, and even nearer misses, but we managed to avoid just about every attempt to capture us. That is, until we approached our final jump into Horde's home system.
Perhaps up, please.
Just gonna do it. Saber on scan. I'm joking.
Saber on this side.
What?
I'm joking.
Oh, somebody's just jumped. Oh, Saber on my side.
Malediction.
Oh no!
Come on. Red Mac, Malediction, Jackdaw. I'm gonna start recording this.
Bye, Felicia. Oh, Saber, no! Oh no!
Did
It
catch
caught
you?
me. Oh, they're gonna get me. They are 100% gonna get me. They found me.
Got a fine yet? Oh no, please. Come on, do your bit. I've got precious cargo on board, boys.
Oh no!
No, Fredo!
No! Oh, I mean, enjoy, guys. Ah, that's not what I wanted.
I thought we'd made it. I thought we were safe. I was certain we were about to warp off, but alas, I couldn't keep the party going any longer. We were going to die on the gate, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. This wasn't the way I'd imagined us to go out. I imagined it happening in front of the Beanstar Citadel, being doomsdayed by a Titan in a blaze of glory. To whoever looted Mr Tumbles from the wreckage, I hope you take good care of him. And to whoever looted nearly 3,000 exotic dancers, good luck explaining that to Concord.